Now, I've got some wonderful spices here that I want to talk to you about. I've got the za'atar there, and I'm going to take that and I'm going to put that into my bowl here. Look at that. It just looks so wonderful, doesn't it? And great thing about doing a roast, especially when you're doing a roast chicken or something like that, we all love it. It's a real tradition in Britain, is that you can actually enhance the chicken even more by adding a few spices to it. And the meat suddenly becomes more succulent and spicy. That's what we're looking for. And we can also add here, I've got a little bit of sumac going on, some cinnamon, and alipo. That's a kind of spice which is like a peppery spice, but it's not like a cayenne pepper or something like that. It's not mouth-searingly hot. A touch of sweetness in there too. All of that is going in there. Yeah. Bit of garlic going in there too. Ah, lovely. There you go. Beautiful bits of garlic in there. Hey, what about a bit of lemon? Yeah, lemon zest works well too. All of this just brings it together quite beautifully. Yeah, why? That's it, lovely. We just give that a little bit of a mix. Just gonna mix that together now. And I want a little bit of lemon juice going on in there too. I'm going to take half of this now into a bowl. And then to that, I'm going to add some butter, which I've got here. All right, so there, all that butter's going in there. And I'm just going to get my fingers and crush that down a little bit. And just blending that together. And then, here's what I'm going to do. This is how you get that flavour. This is what Mama Harriet used to do. Take that, okay, and if you loosen the skin there with your fingers, really get in there, and I'm going to take that, show you, shove that in there like that. That's it, okay, but gradually work that butter. Once it's in there, you see what I'm doing? Once the butter's in there, you can actually start to push it with your hand, and it just will extend into that open pocket. Not only does the skin get a little bit of a treat, but also the cavity inside here, I've got some fresh thyme, lovely. Yeah, certainly remember that, just rip that up. Remember the lemon that was left? Shove that in there too, look at that. Even that bit of torn lemon there, look. I just shove all of that in there. Beautiful. Get a little bit of oil. Pop over the top of that. And then the remainder of that spice, just putting them on top. It really is a wonderful, spicy, meaty treat here. A little bit of foil going on top for the first 40 minutes. We are talking 180 in the oven. Then we're going to remove this foil, okay? And we're going to then let it cook and down a little bit more, create that lovely colour, that lovely crust that you get on it. Absolutely perfect. And then we can take it out, make our gravy. Let's get it in the oven. More about that later. Now, what about those roasted roots? Let's chop these up and let's get them into the old oven. We've got some carrots here, bit of parsnip, couple of sweet potato, look, bit of onion here, got some beetroots here, love it, whole cloves of garlic, fresh thyme going in there, cut the lemon. Come on, cumin, spice up my tin. Come on, cumin, spice up my tin. Oh yeah, come on, cumin. Lovely, a little bit of olive oil on there. And that's the vegetables done. Let's get those in the oven next to the chicken, and we'll cook those down, and wow, can't wait to eat. Lovely. Now the great thing about when you're doing a roast You can smell it, can't you? Kind of just sort of drifts around the kitchen, drifts around the house eventually. And you know when the sweetness hits you that you're going to be rewarded. Check those out. Can you see what's happened there? They're looking really, really lovely. And I've got some pre-cooked chestnuts here, and along with my big, chunky pieces of, if you like, meaty vegetables. Look at them. They look sensational in there. And I'm going to finish that off with a little bit of this here. And this is just a touch of honey. So you get that. And then we just literally drizzle that on the top. Isn't it lovely? And then we can take our chicken out. Wow! Look at that bad boy there. I've told you, I put my foil off. After about 40 minutes, take it off and put it back into the oven, and you can see what happens. It just crispens up that skin beautifully. There we are, bad boy, look at that. That's what you're looking for, those juices to run clear. Put that on there. And then we're going to make our gravy. So pop that straight onto a heat. And we just want to bring that up to a little bit of a bubble. So quite a high heat. And then I'm going to start adding some other bits and pieces to it. I've got some wine. Maybe you're having a glass of wine in the kitchen. I mean, you should be. Oh, well, I love. And the little bits of sediment that are on the bottom of your roasting tray, just get the wooden spoon and loosen that off a little bit. That's really, really important, that. And then over here, I've got a bit of stock. That's going in. Just let that come up to the boil. Touch of lemon juice. And you have one hell of a tasty gravy. But this is the point where we add our flour. I'm just going to take my whisk. That goes in here, and just whisk plain flour going in there, guys. Just whisk around, and that gravy is nearly there now. Look at that. I'm just going to strain that now, so picking that up, catching all those bits. There's our lovely gravy going through there. That's it. Beautiful. And I think it's about time we serve up, because I can smell my chestnuts. Oh yeah, how are you? Don't they look lovely? Just beautiful. Look, everything's wonderfully glazed with the honey there, and it's just so chunky and meaty and beautiful. Wow, that's gonna taste so fantastic. Oh, lovely. Now, one of the most important things with your meat is that you rest it. After it's come out of the oven, a good 10 or 15 minutes, and it doesn't matter whether it's lamb, beef, or chicken like this, because what happens is it starts to relax. And look at this. Look at the amount of beautiful juices that come out of that. All of that goes into your gravy. Nothing's wasted here. Put that there like that. That's the bad boy. Okay, and look what we've got here, the chestnuts and oh, the parsnips and everything, just looking spectacular. This. Beautiful. Piling those up like that. I like to put the beetroots just around the edge there. People do fight over a bit the old beetroot because there's not as much as the others. So everyone gets a little bit like, what about me? What about that gravy? I'm just going to take a little bit of that. That's okay. And just nappe over the top of the chicken. That adds that perfect shine to it all, doesn't it? Oh, I love gravy. My aromatic spiced chicken with roasted roots. Why, that meat is good. Well, what an explosion of meaty flavours we've had today. Such variety and so much fun experimenting. But that surely is the joy of cooking. Until next time, Take care.